तमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
So we are seeing the selected mantras of the fourth chapter, and we have seen the summary of four chapters. Shloka wise summary we have seen?
No, 10th.
Okay. First I will take this slok mantra and then we'll go to summary. In the fifth mantra, Maya was described as Lohita Shukla Krishna, and Jiva gets associated with Maya Karya, the effect of Maya, and then gets identified with it through Ahamkaradhyasa and Mamakaradhyasa. Ahamkaradhyasa means identification, considering it to be oneself. Mamakaradhyasa means considering things to be mine. And that is what causes samsara. Whereas the wise person, he gives up the identification with the product of Maya. Now in the next mantra, which is one of the popular mantras of Shvetashvatara Upanishad, very often it is quoted by Vashyakara and other acharyas, and that is Mayam tu prakritim vidyat,
Mayam tu prakritim vidyat,
Mayinam cha maheshwaram.
Mayinam cha maheshwaram.
In cha or tu? Cha or tu, na? Some two reading also in there. Tasya vayava bhutestu,
Tasya vayava bhutestu,
vyaptam sarvamidam jagat,
vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, Mayinam cha maheshwaram. Tasya vayava bhutestu, vyaptam sarvamidam jagat.
It is a tasya or tasya? Tasya is there?
Rasva.
We have to make it there. Tasya. In mine also it tasya only, so it should be made tasya. But when we read finally, when we break it, it becomes tasya again. That's what some people say, why did you get us corrected? You are reading tasya only. So that's how it is. Sanskrit is like that. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, Mayinam cha maheshwaram, tasya avayava bhutehi tu vyaptam sarvam idam jagat. Here, what is Maya that is described? It's a very useful mantra for many people, because many people say, Swamiji, we are able to understand Brahma but not able to understand Maya. In whole Vedanta, Swamiji, what is most difficult topic is Maya. Brahman is very innocent, very Satyam Dhan Ananta Brahma, Satchidan Brahma. But Swamiji, Maya, what exactly? So for those people, very easy one word answer is that. What is Maya? Mayam tu, Maya alone, tu eva kararthe, Maya eva prakritim vidyat. One should know Maya to be Prakriti. Prakriti means the material cause, the seed of what? This Nama Rupatmakam Jagat. One should know Maya to be Prakriti. Prakriti means the seed form, Abhyakta form, unmanifest form of this Nama Rupatmakam Jagat. So what is Maya? The seed form of this world is Maya. This world is what? Nama Rupatmakam, because we have seen world is Karyam, product. And product is what? Nama Rupatmakam. Atmakam is consisting of. So the product, the world which is a product, is consisting of name and form. And sometimes we add one more also. Generally we say Nama Rupa, but sometimes we add Karyam also. Nama, Rupa, Karyam. Name, form and function. These three are the aspects of any product. Like this pot. It has got a name, pot, Ghataha. In Sanskrit it is called Ghataha. हिंदी लोग कहते हैं घट. ये क्या है? घट है. घटपट की खटपट है. So, Ghata actually is called Ghata, pot. And it has got a particular form. Kambu Grivadi. But Akruti is there. It has got particular, this Kantha is there. The Kantha Griva. So Kambu Griva means it has got the conch like neck. Not Kantha Griva, Kambu Grivadi. But and it has got particular form. Rutu Buddhodara, it has got very big belly. And it has got a function. Nama, Ghata, Rupa, particular form, and Karyam, karma. It is meant for Jalanayanam, for bringing water, etc. Small water, like some Abhisheka you want to do, small Shivalinga Abhisheka, useful. For us also is useful for giving example, like karma. Also, generally we don't use for water. So we use, it has got function. So Nama, Rupa, Karma. Every product in the world will have this. Nama, Rupa, Karma. This book is there, booklet. It has got a name, booklet. Then it has got a particular form. It has got a function. Function to reveal the words. Function. Nama, Rupa, Karya. And this Nama, Rupa, Karya, name, form and function, they were there before their production. This is one unique Siddhanta of Sankhya and Vedanti, that this pot, which is Karya, was there even before it was produced. It's called Satkarya Vada. Effect was there before it was produced. If it was there, then why should we produce? It was there in unmanifest form. And so, this world, which is a product, was there in unmanifest form, seed form, which is called Prakriti. So, Nama, Rupa, Karyatmaka, Jagataha, Bijam is called Prakriti. The seed of this world, consisting of name, form and function, is called Prakriti. And what is that Prakriti? That is Maya. So very simple. So you don't have to have some complex about not knowing Maya. What is Maya? Maya is the seed form of this world. Of course, this is one aspect. It has got veiling power also, but we are now focusing on Vikshepa Shakti Rupa Maya. Alright, so may one know Maya to be Prakriti. And Maheshwara, the Lord, Brahma, to be what? Mayinam. Mayinam is the builder of Maya. The builder of Maya. The ruler of Maya. So may one know Maheshwara, the Lord, Brahman, to be Mayi. Maya asti asya, Maya asti yasya sa Mayi. Mayin shabda is there. Mayinam viddhi. So may one know Maheshwara to be Mayi, the builder of Maya. Means Maya has got its existence, is being only in Brahma. Maya is able to do function, manifesting, because of Brahma being there behind. Thus, Brahman, by lending existence and consciousness, gets the status of Mayi, the wielder of Maya. So, Mayam tu Prakritim Vidyat, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram. And from this Maya, this world is coming out, world is manifesting. And the world which is consisting of Nama Rupa by itself is Jadam, inert. The body by itself it is inert. The sense organs by itself, by themselves they are inert. The mind by itself is inert because they are made up of the elements. The Sthula Sharira is born of the Tamaguna aspect of the Panchamahabhutas which are born of Maya. These organs, the organs of perception are born of Sattvic aspect of the Mahabhutas born of Maya. So all of them being elemental in nature, Bhautikatvat, all body, senses, mind, all of them are born of elements, and elements themselves are inert, and therefore they themselves cannot function, and therefore they need to be presided over by some sentient entity. And that is done by Brahman, by lending the reflection of consciousness. So the entire world is pervaded by the Chidabhasa, different reflections of consciousness, which are figuratively seen as the part of Brahman. And that is said here, Tasya Maheshwarasya Brahmanaha, of that Brahman, that Maheshwara, that Paramatma, Avayava Bhutehi, Chidabhasehi, by the reflections of consciousness which are parts of Brahman as it were. Two, however, Vyaptam, pervaded, Sarvam Idam Jagat. Idam is this, Sarvam Jagat, entire world. This entire world is pervaded by the Chidabhasa, which are seen as Avayava, the parts of Brahma. This needs to be understood. There is only one sun or one sunlight, but there are so many water bodies, so many buckets also we can imagine. There are 100 buckets, and in each one of them there is a reflection of the sun. Surya or Surya Prakasha, the sunlight or the sun is one, but the reflections of suns are many. And the reflections of the sun can be looked upon as the avayava, the parts of the sun, not in primary sense. But since the sun in the sky is only one, and there is experience of many, and those many are not separate from that sun, therefore those reflections can be looked upon as avayava, parts. And therefore, all the reflections of consciousness called Chidabhasa, and sometimes they themselves are called Jiva, by them this entire world is pervaded. So this body is pervaded by the Chidabhasa, which is as though part of consciousness. This body is also pervaded by Chidabhasa, which is a part of consciousness as it were. Like that, all the bodies are pervaded by different reflections of consciousness, which are looked upon as avayava, the parts of consciousness. And this idea Bhagavan is given in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Mamai vamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Mama eva amsha. It is as though part. Really it is not part. But since it is having the sentiency and manyness, both, therefore it is looked upon as a part. And by those innumerable parts, figuratively those which are called part, by those reflections of consciousness, this entire world is Vyaptam. Now somebody may say, somebody, this body is Vyaptam by Chidabhasa, this is Vyaptam, this is Vyaptam. But what about this? This body Vyaptam, but what about this? This also can be said to be Vyaptam by this Jiva called Virat. Jiva called this Hiranyagarbha. So, in a broad sense, everything is pervaded by this Chidabhasa. But generally we don't call this as Vyaptam by Chidabhasa because it does not have karma of its own. But in larger sense, everything is pervaded by this Chidabhasa. The individual body is reflected, is pervaded by individual Chidabhasa. The entire world also can be said to be pervaded by this Virat Hiranyagarbha. That way also it can be seen. So, Tasya Avayava Bhutei Hetu Vyaptam Sarvam Idam Jagati. Therefore, the Jada Chaitanya Vibhaga, it does not have absoluteness. Alright. So here in this mantra, Maya was presented as Prakriti, the material cause, Parinami Upadana Karanam. If you remember, we had seen two types of Upadana Karanam. It is a Parinami, changing material cause. And Brahman is the wielder of Maya. And the entire world is pervaded by the Avayava, the Chidabhasa, which are the Avayava, as though Avayava of Brahman. And this idea Bhagavan Sri Krishna has given in the 7th chapter, that Para and Apara Prakriti in 7th chapter. Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara Iti Yamme Bhinna Prakrishti Rastata. Apareya Midastpanyam Prakritim Vidhi Me Param Jiva Bhutam Mahabhavo Yayedam Dharyate Jagat. Similar idea are given there also. There Bhagavan is calling this Avayava Bhutehi as Para Prakriti and this Maya as Apara Prakriti. Alright. So in this mantra, Maya was defined and Paramatma becomes the material cause. Paramatma becomes the Jagat Karanam because of Maya. And this entire world is pervaded by Chidabhasa, that is mentioned. Now, the 4th chapter, we can divide into 4 groups, 4 topics. Brahma Swarupa Nirupanam 1 to 13. Where Sopadika Brahma means, I hope you know the word Sopadika Brahma means Maya Upadi Sahita Brahma and Nirupadika Brahma. Both are talked about. One to 13. And then Sopadika, Nirupadika Brahma, and also Jiveshwara are presented as 2 birds. This comes under in this particular chapter. Jiva and Ishvara are looked upon as 2 birds. This is a very favorite mantra for Dvaitis. They will say, see, very clearly it is said Vasuparna Sayuja Sakhayo. So we say yes. We don't say that this mantra is out of syllabus. Some people, whatever they can't handle, this is interpolation. Whatever you can't handle, it is prakshipta. In Sanskrit, called prakshipta. We don't do that. We said yes. But this Jiva Ishvara Bheda is based on Upadhi. In manifestation, there is a difference. In Swarupa, there is no difference. In Abhivyakti, manifestation, Upadhi based Abhivyakti, there is a difference. But in Swarupa, there is no difference. So all those details are talked about in the first topic, Brahma Swarupa Nirupanam. 14 to 16, Tattvajnanena Mokshaha. That topic is a favorite topic of Shvetashvatara Upanishad. By the knowledge of truth alone, there is a moksha. And 18 to 20, Jnanena Dvaita Nivrittihi. When I attain the knowledge of oneness, my true nature, which is Brahman, then Dvaita Nivritti, the duality no more remains as reality. So that is Dvaita Nivritti. Dvaita Nivritti means Dvaita Satyatva Nivritti. The removal of negation of the reality of duality. And then 21 and 22, there is a prayer to Paramatma who is looked upon as Rudra, Shiva. There is a prayer. So this is the content of the fourth chapter. 1 to 13, Brahma Swarupa Nirupanam. 14 to 16 is Brahma Jnanena Mokshaha. 18 to 20, Jnanena Dvaita Nivritti. And last two mantras are prayers to Shiva. Alright. Now we enter into the fifth chapter. In the fifth chapter, three mantras are important. 1, 9, 10. The first mantra, which we have not given here, the 10th mantra only given. The first mantra is talking about Brahman being the Adhishthanam or Pratishtha of Vidya and Avidya. So Brahman alone is available as Saguna Brahma, which becomes the subject matter for Aparavidya, Karma Upasana Vishayaka Vidya. And same Brahman is the subject matter of Paravidya. Thus, the Vidya, Avidya, Adhishthanam, Brahma, that was given. Ninth mantra is popular mantra, where this Jiva is very Sukshma, that is given. That is a very poetically told, that even 100 part of your Balagra, Bala means hair. This ninth mantra is an interesting mantra. Is very often quoted. Balagra shata bhagasya shatada, you don't have shatada kalpitasya cha. Our hair, if you have hair, so you can, because some people may not have hair. So, so hair, agra means the tip, the end of the hair. And if you cut into 100, Balagra Shata Bhaga, the 100 part of the end of your hair. And again, each part, when you get 100th part of the hair, again you cut into 100. And how small it would be, that small is Jivaha. Balagra Shata Bhagasya Shatada Kalpitasya cha. So 1 divided by 10,000. So that 10,000th part of the end of the hair, that is Jiva. So people think that really, some people took it literally. Here, idea is not that the size of the jiva is this much. People say that is anu parimana jiva. They say based on this. But here, what is suggested is that jiva identifies with the sukshma sharira, and sukshma sharira, being sukshma sharira, it is very subtle. So it is not available for your perception. So people ask this question. Swamiji, this subtle body is there, we never see. Subtle body. And some people wanted to do the experiment. That what we will do, they say that when a person dies, then subtle body goes away. So what we will do, simple mathematics. When person is there inside the glass box, they put a dying person in the glass box. And they thought that when this subtle body goes away, whatever weight difference is the weight of subtle body, soul. They call it soul. So what is the weight of soul, we will know. Pre-death, post-death, weight difference. And they found that weight was a little bit increased. So it has got minus weight. So that's how it means. It means anyway, so subtle body cannot be weighed. People say, Swamiji, can I see subtle body? If it can be seen, it is not subtle body. So subtle body is not available for perception. It is so subtle. So to convey that idea, this poetic expression is there. But people take it literally. And one who understands this very well, Anandjaya Kalpate. If we understand that Jiva, because of association with Sukshma Sharira, assumes the subtle form, by itself it is limitless, becomes limitless. And then the 10th mantra, which we are going to see, where the nature of Atma being free from any association with the body is given. So in the 5th chapter, the 3 mantras, 1, 9 and 10th, the 10th mantra we are going to see. First mantra we saw that Vidya Avidya Adhishtanam. 9th mantra is the Sukshmatvam of Jiva, and the 10th mantra is Jiva Swarupa, being free from the association with the body. Neva Stri Napumaneshah न चैवायं नपुंसकः यद्यत् शरीरमादत्ते येन तेन स युज्यते There is some reading Rakshate also some place. Okay. Naiva Stri. So we have to see in the contrast with Tvam Stri, Tvam Puman. If you remember, once upon a time we saw that, no? So there it was said, you are, you, O Lord, you are, O Paramatma, O Brahman, you alone are man, you alone are woman. And here it is said, Eshaha Paramatma. This Paramatma, Naiva Stri, is not a woman. It is a man? No, na Puman. It is not a man also. Nacha eva ayam napumsakaha. Some people say then Paramatma may be eunuch, transgender they call it. So no, it is not napumsakaha. It is not even transgender. Transgender is not a good word to transmit here, but it is not something what is known as in between, napumsakaha. Then, what is the connection with this Atma and body? Yadyat shariram adatte. Whatever body it assumes, manifests through, tena evasa yujyate. With that respective body, it identifies. So Atma manifests through different bodies and it identifies. And based on that body, this Atma is known as male member, female, man, woman, etc. Atma itself is free from any gender because Atma is not really associated with anybody. But it appears to obtain in some body, and therefore it is known from the gender of that body. So what is the gender of Atma? Atma by itself is free from all genders. And same Atma assumes different genders depending upon whichever body it obtains in. So from this we learn that Atma by itself is free from all genders. And at the same time, Atma alone appears with all genders. It's a very healthy approach towards gender, the gender issue. By nature free from all genders and at the same time assumes all genders. Generally, Shastra's approach is this. First of all, you respect your gender. Whatever gender right now you are considering yourself to be the body, whatever be the gender of the body, you respect your gender first. Male or female or whatever gender, you respect. I am blessed to be a man, I am blessed to be a woman. Respect. You respect first. You don't do discrimination. Many women have got some favorism to the boys. That's not correct. They themselves, they are a little bit more favorable to son. And they should stop. So first of all, respecting one's own gender. Second step is discovering that I am Ardhanarishwaraha. Means what? I am a man and I am a woman both. Everybody has got masculine aspect and feminine aspect. One has to acknowledge it and integrate them well. Don't reject any aspect in you. Everybody has and one has to acknowledge. That makes you a complete person. You have got both. You respect both the aspects you have. So first, respecting one's gender, then considering oneself to be both, and then third one is I am genderless. I am beyond any gender. I am Atma, which is free from all genders. That is how our Shastra looks upon the gender issue. Alright. So this is the only mantra we have selected from the 5th chapter. Now we'll see the summary of this 5th chapter. 1 to 6 mantras are predominantly talking about Tat Padartha. Tat Padartha means Ishvara. And under that, Ishvara is presented as Jagat Karanam. Ishvara is presented as Sarvatmaka. And Ishvara is presented as the Hiranyagarbha Karta, even he is the Karta of Hiranyagarbha. Thus, Ishvara in the form of Srushti Sthiti Laya Karta, Jagat Karanam and Sarvatmaka. And also his Nirupadika Swarupam talked about in this 1 to 6 mantra. So 1 to 6 is talking about Tat Padartha. 7 to 12 talks about Tvam Padartha. What is the nature of Jiva? And Vachyartha is talked about. The Jiva is in ignorance, state of ignorance, is a Karta Bhokta. And by itself, it is free from any association with the body. It is Akarta Abhokta, Ashariri. So, his Vachyartha means the immediate meaning of the word Tvam and the implied meaning of the word Tvam. Both are talked about in this second topic, 7 to 12. Tvam Padartha Nirupanam. Third is, which is a favorite topic, Ishvara Jnanena Moksha. That is from 13 and to 13 to 14. So 2 slokas. By knowing of Ishvara alone there is freedom. Natva Devam Muchyate Sarva Pashahi. This sentence is repeated several times in this Upanishad. And by knowing Ye Viduhu, they Jahu Tanum. So those who understand, they become free from the identification with the body, become free from the cycle of birth and death. That is given in these 13 and 14. So 3 topics are there in the 5th chapter. Now comes the last chapter, 6th chapter. So all of you are worrying now. How will he complete? Now it looks like we completed or not? Oh, cricket में होता है last few overs more runs will be done. So like that, slog overs, yeah. All right. 6th chapter is a recap chapter. It is a Upasamhara Prakranam. Means all the topics discussed are presented again in different words. And it has got 23 mantras. And we have selected many mantras from this 8, 9, 11, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 8, 9, you will see the numbers, so you don't have to bother. 8, 9, 11, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All these mantras we have selected from this chapter. Now they are important mantras, that's why. They are important or quoted mantras. And if we see the content of this, let me tell it first. Content of this chapter 1 to 3. First 3 mantras are talking about Ishvara as Jagat Karanam, as the cause of this world, and Sarva Niyanta. And the 4th mantra, which is the second topic, talks about Karma Yoga. That's a very interesting thing. It talks about Karma Yoga, which is a part of Ashtanga Yoga. People think Ashtanga Yoga is different, Karma Yoga is different. In Ashtanga Yoga also Karma Yoga is there. You know which part? Ishvara Pranidhanam. So Ishvara Pranidhanam of Ashtanga Yoga is a representative of Karma Yoga. So that also is presented as a second topic. Third topic is again Ishvara Swarupa Varnanam 5 to 12. Where Ishvara is presented in the form of the entire world and also Ishvara being beyond the world. Its manifestation is in the form of the entire world, but by itself it is beyond the world. Swamiji said yesterday that the world is Brahman, but Brahman is not the world. Which is Swamiji used to say, B is A, but A is not B. It is little different type of mathematics. In mathematics, rule is that assumption is if A is equal to B, then B has to be equal to A. Mathematically, A is equal to B, then B has to be equal to A. But here we are about higher mathematics, meta mathematics, where B is A, but A is not B. Which is Swamiji used to give the example. A. Amitabh Bachchan is playing the role of a begging person. Now, if that beggar or begging person is not separate from A, B doesn't have existence, begging person does not have existence apart from A, actor, or Amitabh Bachchan, whatever, actor. But actor is not a beggar. If actor is coming out of his bungalow and he say beggar, so he will not like it. He is not beggar. Similarly, this world is Brahma, but Brahman does not have worldness in its being. That is what we mean. When we say that Brahman is not the world, what we mean is Brahman does not have worldness in its being. Brahman has got existence of its own. It does not have to become as the world to be. For Brahman to be, it does not have to become the world. And that particular idea that Paramatma is in the form of this world, but world is not intrinsic to Paramatma. That is given in 5 to 12, third topic. Fourth topic is 13 to 15 mantras, the favorite topic of Shvetashvatara, Brahmajnanena moksha. By knowing Brahman alone, there is a moksha. And the fifth topic we can consider as Upasamhara conclusion, which is from 16 to 23. So 5 topics, the last topic is Upasamhara, conclusion. And in conclusion, again, the main topics are repeated, and that is Ishvara Swarupa Varnanam, Ishvara as Jagat Karanam, and also Ishvara as Jagat Guru. He is the first Guru. Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam, that mantra comes here in the last. This is one of the Shanti Pathas. Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam, Yo Ve Vedansya Pranoti Tastai, Tamma Deva Matma Buddhi Prakasham, Mumukshurvai Sharanam Aham Prapadye. That mantra comes here. And that is given in the fifth topic, 16 to 20. Ishvara Swarupa Varnanam, Ishvara as the Adi Guru, and Jnaneneva Moksha again. That shloka mantra we will see. So in 16 to 20, again the recapturing the essential topics of the Upanishad, and 21 to 23, which is the final conclusion, there who has given this Vidya, Shvetashvatara name comes. Shvetashvatara has taught this Vidya to so many Adhyashrami, sannyasis. And who is the Adhikari to receive this knowledge? And the significance of devotion for the Lord and devotion for Guru is talked about. Thus, this Upanishad is concluded in the 6th chapter, having 5 topics. So with this background, we'll enter into the 6th chapter. The first 8 mantra we have selected, where Brahman is presented as beyond cause-effect status. Brahman is neither Karyam nor Karanam. And because of its Maya alone, this Brahman appears to be everything. All these products are there because of this Maya Shakti. That idea is given in the 8th mantra. We will read it. न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते परास्य शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञानबलक्रिया च तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. Tasya Brahmanaha, of that Brahman, Karyam, product, na vidyate, is not there. This is little bit confusing, baffling. Why? Because we have been telling all along, Brahman is Karanam, Jagat is Karyam, Brahman is Karanam. And now it is said, Tasya Karyam na vidyate. Brahman does not have any effect. Karanam cha na vidyate. Brahman does not have any instrument to create anything. For this, to answer this possible doubt, why there is a contradiction? Earlier it was said Brahman is creating everything. Brahman is the Srishti Sthiti Laya Karta. Several times you told, and last time ghum gaye phir lastly you change your stand. Some people do it. They keep on promising, I will do it, and lastly say, nahi, hum se nahi hoga ye. Last minute, even marriage also, that last minute this girl or boy says, I will not marry her. Pehle se bol raha tha. It happens. So here also Brahman now it says, I have no product. So far we have been telling Brahman is the cause. Now he said, Tasya Karyam na vidyate. To understand this particular contradiction, we need to understand in Shastra, we follow a particular method of communication, and that is called Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya. The method of deliberate superimposition and negation. So in the initial stage, we say that Jagat is Karyam and Brahman is Karya. We accept this Jagat as some existent entity, and then we attribute the causality to Brahman with a particular purpose. These ideas we have seen in the beginning. Our purpose is to reveal this fact that this Jagat which you are seeing is not separate from Brahman. For that purpose, we say that Brahman is Karanam, the cause. But later on we understand that Jagat, the world, does not have existence of its own. Jagat is Mithya. Jagat is Mithya, then the Karanatva status, the causal status of the Mithya Jagat also will be what? Mithya only. And therefore, Brahman really does not have any causal state which implies the modification in Brahman. So to dismiss that any modification has happened in Brahma as a cause of this world, we say Tasya Karanam, Tasya Karyam na vidyate. So Swarupa Drishtya, from the standpoint of the absolute nature of Brahma, we say Brahman is not Karyam or Karanam. And based on the Maya Upadhi, we say Brahman is Karanam. This is what is to be understood here. So in the Adhyaropa Dasha, in the deliberate superimposition state of communication, we accept Brahman to be Karanam, and later on, Apavada Dasha, in the second stage of communication, we say that Brahman by itself is not having any Karanam status. So, Tasya Karyam na vidyate. So, Tasya Karyam na vidyate. There is no effect, real effect of Brahman is the statement in Apavada Dasha, in the stage of negation state of a stage of communication. Alright. Then other thing, natat samaha cha abhyadikaha cha drishyate. There is nothing samaha equal to. There is nothing equal to Brahman. So we don't have many Brahmans. One Brahman, Brahman A, Brahman B, Brahman C, like that we don't have. Tat samaha equal to that Brahman, na drishyate, is not found. Abhyadikaha, superior to Brahman, na drishyate, is not there. There is nothing equal to Brahma, there is nothing superior to Brahma. Therefore, once you discover that I am Brahman, Afterwards, you won't have insecurity. I have become Brahma, but somebody will become Param Brahma. Or I have become Param Brahma, but somebody will become Parapara Brahma or something. There is no such thing. There is nothing higher than Brahma. Which Swamiji was asked for. He said, you have been teaching this Vedanta, you and our Parampara, teaching this Vedanta for thousands of years. You don't have a latest version. You don't make any, window 10, window 11, window. Why don't you say that there is the Vedanta 2023? Why don't you come out with some latest version? Swami says, we have the last word. In Vedanta, we have the last word. Means we are talking about that which is not subject to improvement. Therefore, whatever Vedanta Shankaracharya ji taught to his disciple, same Vedanta we are studying. And we are not apologetic about it. Oh, same thing you are studying. Yes. Truth does not change. That which does not change alone is truth. And therefore, you don't expect that now we are studying, but I think it is better to join after 5 years. We will have latest Vedanta. Whatever first course people have studied Brahma, same Brahman we are teaching in second course also. And next year, third course also. Same Brahman will teach. So, na tat samaha abhyadikaha cha drishyate. And then how there is a variety? Asya parashaktihi vivida eva shruyate. Asya brahmanaha, of this Brahman, parashaktihi, the superior power, sarvotkrushtatva, sarvashaktibhyah utkrishta is called para. So, the power which is greater than any other power, whatever powers, we have a static power or you have got what is called kinetic, whatever power, compared to all power, this Maya is para. Asya, of this Brahma, Parashakti, the most exalted power, which is Vividha, which is having different versions. The same Maya Shakti is appearing in different power, in the form of different powers. So one fundamental power called Maya is appearing as different powers. Science has not been able to unify these four fundamental forces: gravitational, electromagnetic, strong force, weak force. These four are there. Einstein tried for that, to unify all of them. Could not. Somebody has proposed, like our Indian scientist, that all four can be resolved into consciousness. Code name God. That book is there. But he will not be accepted by scientists. So science is not able to resolve all power. Whereas we say we have been telling, not now. Only one power appearing as all power. So I think if some power generator, they should keep name Maya. Very nice name. Parasya Shakti Vividha eva shruyate. Vividha means manifold. Eva, indeed. The high, superior power of this Brahman is heard to be manifold. And about that Maya, it is said, this Shakti, which is Maya, the Shakti of Brahman is Swabhaviki, is natural. Natural means what? Anadi. It is not once upon a time Maya came, Brahman was alone, and all of a sudden Maya came. It's not like that. Brahman has been with Maya. Brahman, Maya married eternally. Big time, beginninglessly. So, Swabhaviki, Anadi. Swabhaviki means Anadi, beginningless. And Jnana Bala Kriyacha. This power is in the form of Jnanam, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti, the power of action. The Maya is getting expressed in the form of Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. And other one is Bala Shakti, which is called the power of enthusiasm. So, prana, utsaha, shakti. Generally, two shakti only we talk, or sometimes three. Jnana shakti, ichha shakti, and kriya shakti. Here, bala shakti can be connected with ichha shakti. So, jnana, bala, kriya. These are the power, the manifestation of the versions of Maya. So, Maya is Vividha, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Ichha Shakti. Alright. Joy is there. So, some people, one commentator said, joy is a Sambandha Shakti, Samskara Shakti, the power of connection and power of samskara, the impressions. That also is a Shakti. There are different versions, different manifestations of one fundamental power. So Brahman by itself is free from cause-effect relationship, but because of Maya, Brahman gets the status of cause, and that Maya has got different powers, different types of power. Alright, next one is presenting this Brahman to be the ultimate ruler. Nothing is beyond Brahman. Nothing is superior to Brahman. Nothing is ruling Brahman. That idea is given in the next paragraph. न तस्य कश्चित् पतिरस्ति लोके न चेशिता नैव च तस्य लिङ्गम् सकारणं करणादिपादिपः न चास्य कश्चित् जनिता न चादिपः तस्य पतिः कश्चित् लोके न अस्ति. In this world, anyone is not the pati. Pati can be taken as master or the protector of this brother. Brahman with Maya is called the pati of all, protector of all, master of all. But for Brahman, there is no master in this world. He is the ultimate master. Nacha Ishita. Nobody is the ruler of this Brahman. Naivacha tasya lingam. For that Brahman, decisive indicator is not there. Lingam means indicator. Decisive indicator is not there. Means what? Brahman is not available for inference. Means based on some indicator, you cannot decisively arrive at the nature of Brahman. In other words, logic is not decisive pramanam for understanding Brahma. Lingam nasti. Why? Upanishadatvat brahmanaha. Brahma is Upadeshadaika Gamyam, is only available for Upanishad. And Adharmatvacha. And Brahman is not having any dharma. There is no quality of Brahman. Brahman is quality free. And therefore, there is no quality based on which you can infer Brahman. Sakaranam karanadi padipaha. So, Maya Drishtya, he is the cause. And he is, Karanam is the cause. So, the Upanishad doesn't have any feeling of shame. Just now said it is, does not have Karyam. And now again he says it is Karanam. No problem. So, Karanam. If you have vision of Vedanta completely, then no word of Upanishad will disturb you. Otherwise, every now and then you will have shock treatment. Like, how can you say that? How can you say that? But when you have complete vision, any word comes, you have no problem. Very cool manner you can handle. If you are kacha Vedanti, then a problem. Then small word comes, oh, it is not Karya. It does not have Karya. It has Karana. How will you handle? It can be handled. Karanadipa Adipaha. Karana means the organs. Adipa means presiding. So one who is presiding over all the organs, different devatas, are called Karanadipaha. So Indra Devata, for our hands, Indra Devata is there. For our Chakshu, Surya Devatas, they are called Karanadipaha. And this Paramatma is Karanadipaha Adipaha. He is the Adipa presiding over, the ruler of all those devatas which are presiding over the organs. Ishvarasya Ishvaraha. Alright. Nacha asya kashchit janita. Anyone is not the producer of this Paramatma. Otherwise, we say that everything that is there should be produced by someone. Then the question will be, what about Paramatma? For Paramatma, there is no producer. Otherwise, there will be anavastha, infinite regression will happen. If you say Paramatma also is created by someone, then we will have question, who created that someone? No, the someone is not created by anyone. So why don't you stop at Paramatma itself? So, asya kashchit janita nasti. Nacha adhipaha. He is the Lord of all, but nobody is ruling over him. He is not lorded by anyone, ruled by anyone. Asya adhipaha nasti. He is the adhipa of the adhipa. Adhipa means the ruler. He is the ruler of the rulers, but nobody is his ruler. Adhipaha nasti. So here in this mantra, what is said is, Paramatma is the ultimate ruler. Paramatma is the ultimate reality, not produced by anyone. It is the cause of everything, but not caused by anything. More we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Tomorrow we have got a last class, 8:30 to 9:30.